Hey drummers, it's Rob here. Welcome to this free mini song lesson. Today I want to show you the best parts of the song. Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden, drummed by one of the funniest and nicest drummers in the world, Nicko McBrain. I've got 3 pages of PDF that you can download from my website. You'll find all 3 pages, the link beneath this video. Have these printed out as we go through this lesson together. It's going to make things a lot easier for you to understand. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different sections, all the major fills, all the major grooves, and with this you'll be able to play the whole song, all the most important parts, all the cool parts I'm sure you're looking forward to, including that amazing bass drum foot of his. This song was suggested over on my Facebook page, I believe. If you want to make your own song suggestions, then please go over there to do so. Again, you'll find the link beneath this video. Let's crack on. So the tempo is 209 BPM, roughly. The tempo changes quite a bit. They speed up, they slow down. It's a 7-minute song. I mean, give them a break. There's going to be a variation in tempo. But yeah, it starts off around 209 BPM, which is really fast. That's the quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But between that, underneath that, he's not doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, you know, depending on your level, this is an advanced lesson, you might find the bass drum stuff difficult. But if you look at it on the page, there's not a lot of stuff going on. It's just going by really, really fast. So at the beginning of the song, we get some cymbal washes. Nicko plays some hi-hat stuff. But the drums come in at 1 minute 43 with my first example. So we come in with this offbeat crash cymbal on the and 4, and that's a motif throughout the song, these offbeat crash cymbal and bass drums, usually on the and 4, but as we're going to see in different sections of the song, sometimes in the middle of the bar as well. So we come in with this 1 and, if we count the tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4 ands, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands, and naturally, because he's playing the crash with his right hand, he doesn't come back to the ride cymbal, because we're going to move on to the ride cymbal next for beat 1. He skips over the ride cymbal on beat 1 and comes in with the bass drum on the and of 1, and then the ride cymbal comes in with the snare drum on beats 2 and 4. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So we get that little skip over beat 1, and it makes sense as you speed it up. You'll see your right hand doesn't need to rush back to the ride cymbal. You can come back on beat 2. Then for the first example, the first 2 times he plays this bar, he plays his classic sort of Nicko idea where he likes to play around with the ride cymbal. So he plays 3 and 4, we get 3 and on the bass drum, 3 and 4. Then the last bar we get 1 and 2, 3 and 4 ands. He comes off the ride cymbal for beat 4, giving his right hand time to play that crash cymbal on the and of 4. And then those 2 bars just loop. So after the end of that line on the and of 4 with that crash cymbal, we go back to bar 2 there, skip over the ride cymbal on beat 1. And again, it makes sense if I just show you. So slowly, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And we're going to come on to some other classic Nicko stuff where he does the bell as well. But let me play that for you up to speed properly. Here we go. So at 1 minute 53, I wanted to show you an 8-bar section to sort of show you the variation that Nicko's using. He plays basically the same drum that I just showed you, but we've got a drum fill at the end as well. So the first bar, again, skipping over the right cymbal on beat 1, and the bass drum, of course, because it's just previously started with an offbeat crash cymbal on the and of 4. We get 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Second bar, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. In this example, and this is something he varies a lot, he improvises with this right hand thing. For bar 3, he plays 3 and 4, sorry, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. By the way, if I didn't mention, this occurs at 1 minute 53. Then the last bar of that line, 1 and 2, and then he plays 3 and 4 and. Another classic sort of Nicko idea. It's been used by lots of other drummers as well, but definitely used a lot by Nicko. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. And what he tends to do is move more towards the bell of the ride cymbal for those 2 notes. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Not every time. On the recording, he's got such a massive cymbal that you don't really know if he's playing it on the bell or near the bell. I think it's more near the bell, but definitely throughout the songs, in some occasions, he does play the so you can use that to your advantage. You can put it in whenever you like. So then the second line, we go back to 1 and 2, 3 and 4. then 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and, the little crash cymbal push there on the and of 4, then 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then this drum fill, very simple to start off with, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and he definitely comes up to play the crash cymbal with his left hand there. So that second line, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. Offbeat crash there while we go back to the groove afterwards. So let me play those 8 bars for you up to speed without the microphone on. This next section occurs at 2:10 during the verses really, and he moves to the open hi-hat. It's really the drum fill I want to show you. The first bar, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Notice we're always skipping over that beat 1 pretty much, because that offbeat crash cymbal happens pretty much every 4 bars or so. The second bar has the drum fill though, 1 and 2, and then this drum fill, 3 and 4 and. Now it could be 2 32nd notes, or 16th notes in this case, but I think he plays it as a flam, so it's a left hand flam followed by a left hand stroke, or a left hand tap, but you play them all the same volume. And again, you come up with the sticking I've used there, you end up coming up with the left hand for the crash cymbal. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. But you could play, well, I'm playing the flam as 2 notes rather than 2 notes, really, really close. You can sort of separate them slightly. At this tempo, it's hard to tell whether it's a flam or 2 16th notes because most drummers' flams at this tempo sound like 2 16th notes. Anyway, let's hear that a few times up to speed. So at 2:19, we've got another drum fill that he plays a couple of times throughout the song. Again, I've given you the first bar just to give you some context leading into the drum fill. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And then this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. He goes down the toms at the end there. It's very similar to our drum fill at 1:53, but 1 starts with the open hi-hat and bass drum. 1 and 2 and 3 and then and 4 and. You can see it's just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. It's just single strokes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. And 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. And up to speed. So at 2:21 we get an example, I've given you an example for 8 bars of how he uses the crash cymbal to play those band stabs with the rest of the band. So we've got a lot of offbeat crash cymbals here, and this is how he performs it. So we start off with the first bar, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and, Old Faithful there. Then the second bar, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and, again the and of 4. Then we get 1 and 2, 3, 4 and, you can see a pattern here. Then the fourth bar, we get it also on the and of 2, but he doesn't play the ride cymbals, he just plays the crash cymbal on those ands, because of the tempo, you won't miss it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next line, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and he repeats that bar again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Third bar, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, excuse me, I got a cough today. Then the fourth bar, we get this cool drum fill. 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I know Nicko's got a million toms, but I've just played it for the this tom and this tom notated because he's only using 2 different pitch toms at this point, but you could use any toms you like. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up to tempo you won't feel that gap. But notice we're going again on the offbeat crash cymbal. So slowly those 8 bars, it's worth playing this slowly for you. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up to speed. So 2 minute 58, we go into this halftime section. So the tempo hasn't technically changed. It's just we're now going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just playing one snare drum back beat in the bar on beat 3, not 2 and 4. That has the effect of feeling like it's just halved in tempo. The tempo is staying the same, it's just what are you counting over the top and where you feel in the snare drum back beat. So I've written the first note again with no bass drum on beat 1 because it goes into this section, preceded it with a offbeat crash cymbal on the and a 4. But I have written the hi-hat on beat 1 because I think I heard something there. So you could again just come in on beat 2 with a hi-hat, but I've included the hi-hat on beat 1. Loose hi-hat, we get this. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Then we get the repeating pattern. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. It's quite hard to hear the bass drum in this section. Then 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3. So that bar 2, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Enter that drum fill, 4 and 1. So slowly those 8 bars. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 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 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Right, left at the end there. And up to speed. So at 3:35, Nicko starts to let loose with that bass drum foot of his, being able to play 3 notes in a row very, very powerfully, and at this tempo is pretty impressive. I struggle to play. They're just at my peak tempo. Any faster than this, and they would sound a little bit sloppy. I'm going to show you, they're going to sound pretty sloppy in a second, but I'll have a go with it. So what he does, and these first 4 bars show you sort of how he improvises with it a little bit. We get 1. Nothing on beat 1 again for the reasons I've talked about. 1, 2 and 3, and then 4 and 1. Those 3 bass drums in a row. 4 and 1. Now of course you could use double bass drum pedal. We know Nicko doesn't, it uses the single foot. But your open hi-hat, you could use double pedal if you wanted to get through this. 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. So we're still in this half-time fill. The second bar though is 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Then it kind of repeats. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. So you can hear that I'm struggling to make all 3 of those notes the same volume, but Nicko somehow manages to. He's just got an amazing foot. So let me play that for you up to speed. So at 3:48, I wanted to include these 4 bars because we've got 2 different drum fills that are still occurring during this section, this halftime fill. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. So I didn't hear 4 and 1, so he doesn't always play it, I don't believe. I think he sometimes leaves a gap. 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 into a crash. 4 and 1. Then the next bar, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. I do hear that extra bass drum note. And then 2 and 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and. It's the left hand flam, left, right, left to come out nicely with your right hands. There we go. So it comes out on beat 1 with the crash cymbal. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Up to speed. So on to page 3, and at 4:05 I've got another 4 bars for you showing you another 2 types of drum fills he plays during this section. We get 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and then just simply 3 and 4 and 1. Doesn't always put the flam at the beginning. Then 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. A flam on 3 and then 4 and 1. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Let's see that up to speed. So at 4 minutes 58, we get this big old drum fill taking us into another section of half time. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Keeps it really simple. When you see him play this stuff live, he's throwing in these fiddle-a-dumps and flams and triplets all over the place. But on the recording, he kept it really tasty with just some very basic drumming, but powerful and on the note and in time, obviously. So giving players space for the guitars and vocals to shine. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Simple as that. I play right, left. You can play right, left. It doesn't really matter. Then we get the next 4 bars, which I've included just because we've got a flam at the end I wanted to show you. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. It wasn't 4 and 1 that time, I heard. 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Then 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. 2 and 3, 4. So he doesn't always play 4, 3, 4 and. This time he plays 3, 4, 1. Goes back to the hi-hat there for that last note. Let's hear that up to speed. So 5 minutes 13, we get a really cool 2-bar drum fill. Very, very simple, really. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Sort of playing around with the downbeats of the bar. 1, 2, 3. I've written it as left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, but you could use any sticking you like. And let's just hear that up to speed as well. So 5:58, I've caught this really cool little drum fill he does. First bar, standard stuff, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then he plays 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. So very linear there, we're playing in between the right cymbal, not every time, but sort of playing around with the bass drum in between the right cymbals a bit there. 1 and 2 ands, and then 3 ands, so we get and 3 and, 2 bass drums either side of that. And then 4 ands, and make sure you play that with your left hand. It'll feel comfortable because you just proceeded with the right hand. The right hand is staying steady all the way through that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. Up to speed. And then finally at 6 minutes 12, we get this other cool little drum fill. Very, very simple again. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. If you've got 2 different crash cymbals, that's great. That gives a bit of flavour. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Simple as that, but... And up to speed. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. Don't forget to download the free PDF from my website. Again, the link is beneath this video. And then while you're there, you might want to consider signing up to become an online member. And what I currently offer for £97 is a full year's online access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. And that's over 550 full song lessons where, unlike this lesson, I teach you the song from start to finish. You get the fully transcribed PDF drum chart for each of the songs. And like I say, I've got over 550 full song lessons up on the website already, including at least one other Iron Maiden. I'm sure I'll be adding more in the future as well. As a thank you for signing up, I give you access to hundreds of little videos teaching you many, many famous drum beats, fills, and even drum solos, including some Nicko McBrain stuff in there. I also give you 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous drum beats, fills, and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record new lessons every week unless I'm ill or on holidays. So you've got lots of cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. But if you've got any questions about any of that, feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.